Hey everyone, I'm Aish and I'm a guest instructor for the pole dancing therapist. We're going to be doing a Pilates workout today. The aim of it is to not exhaust yourself or burn yourself out. It's a workout to do if you're feeling a bit stiff, if you've done lots of exercise this week. So it's just a nice way to twist and stretch everything out, get into all the nooks and crannies and hopefully get your body feeling nice. So for this one, we're going to be starting standing up today. So we're just going to bring ourselves up and we're going to make sure our feet are underneath our hips. We're softening the knees so they're not locked out. Hips are nice and aligned, neutral spine, and imagine there's a piece of string. It's going up through your spine, it's pulling you up nice and tall. We're rolling our shoulders back and down. We've got a long neck and chin on an imaginary shelf. From here, we're just going to relax the arms down and we're just going to do a couple of breaths together before we start with our movement. So we're going to do a big inhale through the nose, nice and big. Ribs expanding out to the side as you do. And exhale through the mouth like you're pushing air through a straw and trying to just engage your abs a little bit. And we're going to go again, big breath in through the nose, ribs expanding out to the side and breath traveling down to your lower back. And exhale, engaging your abs, pushing the air out through your lips. And one more, nice big breath in through the nose, ribs expanding laterally, breath traveling down to your lower back, and then exhale, pushing the air out through your lips. Nice engaged abs and pelvic floor as well. Okay, good. So we're just going to start off with some head circles. So nice and gentle, just semicircles, ear to the shoulder. Gently roll it in front, all the way to the other side. Still keeping that breathing pattern. So inhale through the nose. Exhale like you're blowing through a straw as you do the movement. We're just going to do a few of these. One more. Good. And then restacking the neck. We're going to go into our shoulders, so we're just going to bring them back and down. You can do a little bend with the knees if you prefer. Entirely up to you. Nice and slow. Really squeezing your shoulder blades at the back. A couple of these. Use your elbows as much as you like as well, entirely up to you. And then relaxing the arms down, we're just going to stretch out our sides a little bit. So we're going to inhale to prepare, and as we exhale we're just going to gently slide the hands down the side of one leg, opening up the other side, and then we come back to the center, always keeping that ab engagement. Take a big breath in, exhale, pushing the air through the straw, just going as far as you feel comfortable. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, engaging your abs and then restacking in the center. And we're just going to do a couple more either way. And if you want to stay in the stretch a bit longer, that's fine. And then for the last one, if you're feeling good, we can use that outside arm to extend, but if you're feeling too tight, absolutely fine. So we're going to go down, extend the other arm, just reach. Good work, and then back to the center, take a breath, exhale all the way over, have a second, take a breath, and then exhale all the way back to the side. If you want to do a few more, go for it. If not, we're going to go to the edge of the mat. Just straighten out my mat. And we're going to start by dropping our chin to the chest. So we're still in the Pilates posture that we had at the start. Drop the chin to the chest, round the shoulders, bending the knees, just rounding through the spine, one vertebra at a time, imagining your spine is like a bicycle chain, and then when you're at the bottom, have a second, and then exhale, let's restack, roll all the way up, always rolling the shoulders back and down, making yourself nice and long. When we're in our stand, take a breath in. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest, rounding the shoulders, bending the knees if you need. If you want to try them a little bit straighter this time, go for it. We're just saying hi to the spine, waking it up if it's feeling a little bit tired after a long week. Good, and then coming back, restacking the spine. One more of these. Take a breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the shoulders, softening the knees, coming all the way down as far as you feel comfortable. hanging the arms, have a second, and then have another breath, and let's roll all the way back up. Roll up the shoulders. Good. This time we're just gonna drop down and we're gonna come to all fours. So I roll myself down, hands on the floor, bending the knees, walking forward onto all fours. So for this, we really want our wrists to be in line with our shoulders. Our knees are going to be in line with our hips, with our spine. We don't want to be over or under arching it or doing anything too funky. We just want our spine in a nice neutral position, so it's nice and aligned. We also want our neck in line with the spine as well. So long neck, chin ever so slightly tucked. Just make sure you're not looking up too much. So from here we're going to take a nice big breath in, and as we exhale we're just going to circle with our body, just circling over our wrists to wake them up, to say hi to them. If you've been at work and typing lots, you might have quite, I don't know, tight wrists. So I feel like this is always a nice movement to do. Good work. And then when you're ready, we're going to go the opposite way. You can make these circles as big or as small as you like. You know, if you're feeling uncomfortable going quite big, just make them a little bit smaller. Listen to your body, do whatever it wants. Okay, good. And from here, we're just going to keep our arms nice and straight. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together as much as you can. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, push through the arms, round the spine, drop your chin to your chest, and have a moment here. And then we go again. We come back to our neutral, we squeeze our shoulder blades together, take a breath, exhale round, drop your chin to your chest. I'm going to do one more nice and slow, lifting the chin up, take a breath in, and then we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together all the way down, take a breath, and then exhale round all the way up. Good, and then coming back to neutral. If you need a break, if your wrists are feeling a bit tired from that, just have a little rotate, have a shake out, and then we're going to go into our Superman. So with our Superman, it is opposite hand and leg reaching away from one another. You don't have to do that, of course. If you're feeling tired, you might just want to focus on the arm movement or just the leg movement. So go as far as you feel comfortable. And what we're going to do is make sure everything stays nice and aligned. So we want our shoulders steady, hips steady. We don't want them opening out. We're going to take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to extend the opposite arm and leg away from each other. Only going as far as you feel comfortable, hips aligned, shoulders aligned. If you're feeling good, you have the option of then lifting your ankle and your foot. But if you're feeling wobbly and you're feeling tired, just keep them on the floor. Nothing wrong with that. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring them back in. Take a breath. Exhale, let's go for that other side. Opposite arm and leg going away from one another. They're pushing. There's lots of energy coming out of your hand and your foot. Shoulders and hips aligned. Spine nice and aligned. And then we're just going to extend if you feel comfortable. Don't worry if not. Then come back. And we're just going to do a couple more per side. So breath in, exhale, engaging those abs so everything stays nice and aligned. Go as far as you feel comfortable. Come back. And then when you're ready, take a breath. Exhale, other side. You're doing really, really good. And then coming back. Remember, if you are lifting your leg and your arm, just make sure you're engaging your glute to help with that lift, okay? And then we're going to come back. Let's go actually once more per side. These always feel quite nice. So breath in, exhale, last one now, per side. Good work. And then final one. Well done. Coming back. Okay, we're just going to bring our hips onto our ankles. If you find it hard to reach your ankles, you can always place a block here. So we're just going to bring our hips down onto our ankles, opening the knees if you need. And we're just going to have a second here, a reset second. So have a nice breath. Really reaching your arms forward, trying to bring your armpits down to the floor a little bit. Good work. And then we're just going to do some openings for our backs. So we're going to bring ourselves on our forearms. We're going to bring one hand to the back of our head, and we're going to stay on the same arm and lift that elbow to the sky. The other arm is just going to stay on the floor. So I'm going to bring the hand to the back of the head, I take a breath in, and as I exhale, I'm going to reach open the elbow as far as I feel comfortable, trying to keep my hips glued down towards my ankles. And then we're going to keep the hand where it is, come all the way back down to the center, take a breath, exhale, let's go again. We're going to do 5 on this side, nice and slow, just opening up. Good work. We've got 2 more. Always using that exhale, engaging your abs. Good work. And then last one. Really good. For this last one, see if you want to hold it a little bit longer. And then coming down. Woo, have a second. And then we're going to go onto our other side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me, but you don't have to. So, bringing ourselves down. We're going to bring the hand to the back of the head, take a breath, and as we exhale, we're going to open that elbow to the sky, trying to keep our hips glued to our heels. Then we come down, 4 more of these. Good, 3 more. Doing a really good job, 2 more. Still pushing that air out through your lips like you're blowing through a straw. And then we're going to do our last one, take a breath in. Exhale, twist, and let's see if we can hold it here for a little bit longer if you feel comfortable, no worries if not. Good, and then coming back. We're just going to bring our arms in front, stretching out the body for a second. Good, and then rolling back up onto all 4s. Okay, from our all 4s, we're just going to transition onto our forearms on our backs. So I'm just going to cross the feet behind me. I'm just going to push through my arms, roll over my feet to get onto my butt. Alright, from here bending the knees, I'm just going to bring the arms out in front. If you're finding this position quite uncomfortable or quite difficult, you can always put yoga blocks or butts just underneath your butt here to give you a bit of height, and it might help you to feel a bit more comfortable to sit up straight and bring those shoulders back and down. You can bend the knees or keep them straight. Okay, so let's just align, pulling ourselves up nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down, arms are out in front. We're just going to take a nice big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to drop our chin to the chest. We're going to round our spine. We're just going to peel ourselves back and then bring ourselves onto our forearms, bending the knees. Make sure that with your forearms, we're not sinking into them and sinking through our shoulders. We want this to be a nice strong shape. So I'm pushing my shoulders up. I'm pushing, I'm nice and engaged, and my neck is nice and long. And what we're going to do here to start off with is bring one leg out in front. We're going to engage the quad, try and point the toe. We're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to lift the leg as much as we can to the sky. Tuck that tailbone under ever so slightly just to get into your lower abs a little bit more. And then take a breath, exhale, extend the leg, and then come back down. If keeping the knee straight feels too much, you can try this with a bent knee. So just bringing it in and then drop. As you're dropping it down, see if you can just extend it at some point that feels comfortable. So a couple of options. So let's go for 5 per leg. So take a breath in, exhale, lift the leg up, engaging the quad. Good work, we've got a few more. Using that breath, tucking that tailbone under, still working the abs. We're going for 5 in total. You've got the bent leg version as an option, whichever level you're doing. Good work. And then last one. Lovely, perfect. Okay, let's go for the other side. So extending the leg, take a breath in, tuck that tailbone under, strong shoulders, and then let's lift the leg to the sky as much as we feel comfortable and then drop it away. Bent leg version, bending the knee into the chest and then straightening it out as much as you can. Again, we're going for 5 of these. Hopefully you can feel this getting into the hamstring a little bit, so it's just waking up that leg a bit more. And the last one, take a breath, exhale, lift. Good, and then place it down. We're just going to push ourselves up, so we're back into our seated position. If your arm's feeling a bit tired, just give them a little roll out after that. Now you have an option for this next move. You can either keep your knees bent, or if you feel comfortable, you're going to straighten them out. We don't want our legs in a wide straddle, nor do we want them narrow. They're just open a little bit, hip distance, past hip distance. So we're just going to do a couple of twists whilst we're here, whichever variation you're doing. We're going to bring one arm and we're just going to place it to the opposite leg on the outside. So you can place this on your thigh, closer down to your knee if you feel comfortable. You can go more towards the shin or even the ankle. So just start in whichever position you feel comfortable. Open up the opposite arm. We're just going to let our neck follow the opening arm. And then we come back, take a breath, and then we go to the opposite side. Arm opens up as far as you're comfortable. Good, and we come back to the center. Let's see if we can go a bit further forward now. No worries if not. Place the hand down, take a breath. Exhale, let's open. Then we come back to the center, onto the other side. We're going to do it once more per side, going as far as you feel comfortable. Take a breath. Good, and then to the other side. Nice work. And then rolling up, restacking the spine. Okay, we're going to bring our backs down onto the floor now. And we're going to do a nice, slow and controlled lower into the position. So again, you have a choice. You can either have bent legs, straight legs. If you do have blocks underneath you, it might be best to put them to one side for the moment. And what we're going to do is just bring our arms in front. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck our chin to the chest. We're going to round the spine, creating a C with our back, and we're going to go all the way down. We're closing the gap between our ribs and our hips. We're going to go as slow as you can. Keep going, really using your abs, controlling the movement, peeling down one vertebra at a time, all the way to the mat. And then once we're here, we're going to extend our arms up overhead. Hopefully not hitting your plants on the way. And whilst we're here, we're just going to have a nice big full body stretch. So imagine somebody's got hold of your ankles and your wrists and they're just pulling them away from each other, and you're just enjoying this nice full body stretch, having a second. Good work. And then relaxing down. Okay, from here we're going to take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to start thinking about imprinting your spine. If it feels too much with your legs out straight, you can bend your knees for this to make it a bit easier. So it's entirely up to you. So what we're going to do is take a big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to think about bringing the belly button down into the spine. And we're trying to flatten as much as we possibly can, tucking the tailbone under and really trying to get into our abs, closing the gap between our ribs and our hips. And just enjoy this. And then we can relax. We're going to go again, but this time we're going to add in a arm movement. So take a big breath in, exhale, we're going to imprint the spine and we're going to extend the arms up so they're in line with our shoulders. So we're in our nice imprinted position. And then you're going to relax the spine again, back into neutral. We're going to do it one more time. Take a breath in, exhale, imprinting the spine, pushing the air out through a straw as you exhale, and just getting used to this sensation. And then relaxing, dropping the arms down. Okay, we're just going to let the knees drop from side to side. So if they're fully extended out, we're just going to bend them. And we're just going to gently bring them from side to side to make sure your knees are close together as you do this. So just a couple. Couple more. And then letting your knees fall all the way over to one side. We're going to roll with our body. We're going to bring our knees in line with our hips and our ankles in line with our knees. Our palms are going to be together. If your head is feeling uncomfortable, you can always place a block underneath your neck. And what we're going to do is take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to lift up our top arm and we're going to open our chest to the sky as much as we feel comfortable. If you can get to here, but you feel like your knees want to lift, then just stay here. It's important we try and keep our knees on the floor. If you feel comfortable, you can keep that arm going all the way across to try and bring your shoulders down and let your neck travel with that top arm. And then we're going to close and we're going to do 2 more. Take a breath in, exhale, open up, and then coming back in. And last one, take a breath, exhale, and then have a breath and bring it back in. Good work. We're just going to roll back onto our back, have a couple more knee rocks from side to side, and then we're going to go all the way to the other side. I'm just going to twist myself around so my back isn't facing you. So same thing, we're going to bring our ankles in line with our knees and our knees in line with our hips. Palms are together, yoga block underneath your head if you need, and we're going to take a breath. Exhale, opening up that top arm, just going as far as you can without your knees lifting. We're trying to squeeze them, keep them down. If you feel comfortable, going all the way. And then we're going to come back, take a breath, and then we're going to open up and then come back. And the last one, take a breath, opening up as far as we feel comfortable, neck traveling with that top arm, and then we're going to come back. Okay, from here we're going to roll back onto our backs again, and this time we're just going to do a little bit of ab work, but of course don't burn yourself out here. If your abs are feeling tired from exercise this week, don't push it, just go as far as you feel comfortable. And we're just going to work on our dead bugs. You can of course just focus on the lower half or the upper half, you don't have to do both together. So what we're going to do is bring our arms in line with our shoulders. We're going to extend our ankles to the sky. We're trying to keep everything nice and aligned, but if you need to bend your knees, that's completely fine. And we're going to do that spine imprinting that we were doing earlier. So we're going to take a big breath in, and as we exhale, imprinting the spine, and if you feel comfortable, opposite arm and leg are just going to drop away ever so slightly from each other, just a little bit, and then we're going to bring them back to the center. If it feels too much, just focus on the arms or just focus on the legs. Totally fine. So choose the level that feels best for you. Take a breath in, exhale, let's go for it. Dropping arm or leg or both, imprinting the spine, and then come back to the center, always thinking about drawing your belly button down into the mat. Take a breath in, exhale, closing the gap between ribs and hips. As we extend away, nice strong engagement coming back. Let's do a couple more. Almost there. Really controlling this movement with your breath. If you feel this in your lower back, you're either going a bit too far and losing that engagement. So just be really aware of your body. We don't want this hurting anything. And last one. and then coming back to the center, bringing your knees into your body, and we're just going to have a little shake from side to side. Well done. Okay, we're going to roll ourselves onto our sides now. So just rolling over. We're going to start off by stacking our bottom elbow underneath our shoulder and having ourselves out in a nice forearm position. We want our hips nice and aligned, and with your top arm you have a choice. You can either bring it on your hip, you can rest it on the floor for a bit of stability, whatever feels good for you. And to start off with, we're going to do a couple more twists. So hand on the back of the head, we're going to open the elbow to the sky, and then we're going to close the elbow in towards the other arm, and we're just going to do 3 of these. So opening up, using that breath, and coming all the way back, and last one. Good work. Make sure you're not sinking into this shoulder on the floor. We don't want this to be happening. We want it nice and strong throughout the whole movement. Okay, we're just going to open up the top leg now. If your arm is feeling tired, absolutely fine to come and lay down on it. It's entirely up to you with however you're feeling. So with your top knee, we're just going to open it up and then close. Just going to do 3 of these. And last one. Good work. We're now going to, with our top arm, draw some circles. So we're just going to circle it all the way up, opening the chest. Again, 3 of these, using that exhale to open. Good work. And now we're going to do arm and leg coming in towards each other. So whichever option you're doing, whether you're on the floor or stacked on your shoulder, we're just going to extend your top leg away, extend your top arm, nice side stretch, and then we're going to bring them in. So I'm bending my elbow, bending my knee, and I'm trying to tap. I extend them away like somebody's pulling my ankle and my wrist. I have a nice stretch, and then I bring it in. Good work. Couple more. And then exhale, squeezing the abs to pull them in. Let's go for 2 more, so 5 in total. Good work. Last one. Well done. Really good work. And then just rest down a second. We're going to go on to our other side straight away. So either shuffling ourselves around, we're going to bring our elbow underneath our shoulder, wrist in line with elbow. Hips are going to be nice and aligned. We're going to start off with our twists. So bringing our hand to the back of the head, we're going to take a nice big breath in, and then we're going to bring elbow down to the floor and then extend it up. We're just going to do 3 of these. Good work. Last one. Nice. Okay, top hand can now come across for stability or stay on your hip. It's entirely up to you. And if your arm's feeling tired at this point, you can lie down. It's whatever works best for your body. So choose the setup with your bottom arm. We're just going to do our legs. So with our top knee, we're just going to open it up to the sky, squeezing the glute, and then close. 1 more, not 1 more, 2 more. And then last one, have a breath, exhale, open. Good work. And now we're just going to circle our top hand, whether you're stacked on the forearm or laying down. We're just going to open and circle that top arm round. We're going to do 3 of these. Last one. And then we're going to do top hand and top leg coming together and then extending away. So take a breath. We're just going to push them away from each other, so you're having a nice stretch as if someone's pulling your wrist and your ankle. And then we're going to close the gap, tapping elbow and knee. I'm going to do 5 in total, so 4 more. Good work. Always using that breath. Good. 2 more. And we got 1 more to do. Nice work. And then relaxing down. Okay, from here we're going to go onto our fronts and we're just going to do a little bit of work for our backs. So rolling ourselves around. If you don't want to put your face on your mat or on your hands, you can put a yoga block on underneath your forehead as an option, or just rest your head on your hands to start off with. And what we're going to do is focus on our legs first, and then we'll focus on the upper body second. So we're just going to start off with some leg kicks. So squeezing your glutes, turning your heels in ever so slightly, engaging your quads, and we're just going to kick one leg at a time. So nice big breath in through your nose and exhale. Let's start kicking the legs. Keep it going, using that breath. Let's do 3 more breaths. Last breath. And then relaxing the legs down. We're going to do a kick and an extend now. So I'm going to lift one leg up, I'm going to kick my butt, and then extend the leg out. And as I extend, I really squeeze my quad and squeeze my glute. And we're going to do through 4 more. Kick and extend. Good work. And extend, always exhaling on that extension. 2 more. Last one. And placing it down. Let's do the other leg. 5 kicks on this leg. So lifting it up, squeezing the glutes, and then ankle to butt, engaging the quad, engaging the glute, and extending. Good. 4 more. Nice work. 2 more, using that exhale. And then placing the leg down once you've done that. Well done. So we're going to do our W's now. So we're going to be bending the elbows, arms are in a W position. And what we're going to do is extend our head and our chest up, slide our shoulder blades down, slide our elbows down towards our toes, squeeze in between our shoulder blades, and then release and relax to the floor. So bending the arms, head in line with the rest of the spine. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, squeeze, slide them down, and then come back. Let's go for 4 more. Take a breath, exhale, squeezing the glutes as well, abs nice and engaged, coming down. 3 more. Two more. And the last one. Good work. And then have a second, relaxing into the floor. And then what we're going to do is have a nice little twist here. So I'm going to look over at one arm, and I really want you to make sure your elbows are in line with the rest of your shoulders, and your wrists are in line with your elbows. And then with the arm you're looking at, you're going to lift this elbow to the sky and bring your wrist in line with your shoulder. You're going to lift up the same leg as lifted elbow, and we're going to lift it up, and we're just going to push back ever so slightly and just go as far as you feel comfortable. You might be able to get your foot all the way over to your other side, down onto the floor. You might not, and that's completely fine. Have a second, and then we're going to come back down onto the mat. Bring our arm back down, head back down, look to the opposite arm, lift your elbow to the sky, lift the same leg as lifted elbow, push it back, just go as far as you feel comfortable. You might be able to get your ankle down onto the floor, you might not. It's all good. And then back to the center. Let's do it 1 more time per side. So elbows in line with shoulders, wrists in line with elbows, looking at one arm. Lift the elbow to the sky, wrist in line with elbow. Lift the same leg as the lifted elbow and push it back. Take a breath in And then exhale, coming back down onto our fronts. Last one now. So elbows in line with shoulders, wrists in line with elbows. Look at the opposite arm. Bring the elbow to the sky. Lift the same leg as lifted elbow and push it back. Have a second. Good. And then come back onto our fronts. Alright. From here, we're going to push ourselves up into a child's pose, have a last stretch, and then we're done. So we're just going to push through the arms, lifting up the body, and then dropping our hips back to our heels. I'm just going to shuffle myself around so you can see for the next part. So nice long stretched out arms, enjoying this moment. And then with our arms, we're going to walk them down to one side. So we're just going to walk and walk as far as you feel comfortable until you feel the stretch in the side of your body. We're trying to glue our hips to our heels still and just have a few breaths here. Good, and then back to the center. Have a moment. And then same thing, walking your hands down to the other side. And then walking back to the center. Okay, so we're just going to finish off now by restacking ourselves, getting us ready for the rest of the week or weekend. So you can either stay on your knees, or if they're feeling a bit sore, you can bring your legs out in front of you, you can cross them, you can bend them, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And what we're going to do is imagine there's a piece of string and it's pulling us up nice and tall. So we've got a nice long spine, neutral spine as well, so not over or under arching. We want to bring our shoulders up, back and down. We want our neck nice and long, so chin on an imaginary shelf. Pilates posture, what we want in our lives. Thanks for doing this workout with me. Hopefully you feel like things have woken up, maybe they're feeling a bit less stiff, and if there's anything that's still feeling a bit tight, or any of the movements that felt particularly good, you can always go back and stay in those movements for a bit longer. Thank you.